Yeah, so this shows huge. This is the 30,000. This is okay. It doesn't work exactly in the way I thought it will work. Come on. I still need more stuff here. I have only 5 cottages, not many, honestly. And here is complete mayhem. So suddenly I cannot read what's happening. Everything moves way too fast. Okay, I think I'll make it this way. Okay. My back hurts. Okay. What I will do now is that I will add I will add places where I want to reinforce. I'll just make a convention where all of the parameters used from UI are with all caps. Reinforce reinforce souls. Actually, I will only use it for trees, otherwise it doesn't make too much sense. And avoid souls. Okay, so first I have to clear game state. Unfortunately, when I'm if I will restart, I will lose that information. Reinforce souls and avoid. Just let's have a quick look. It's hard to tell what's happening here. I didn't run into too many enemies, and I don't have too many cottages, and I lost everything here. Like, hey, why? Okay, yeah, like literally I lost everything here. So it was a very brutal map. Probably it was again the best idea to move out and don't fight with anyone, because we started with 30,000 knights, and then people were killing each other. Okay, so I'm making this mistake again, I guess. Yeah, because okay, I'll make a change right now. I'll just only go for the points. And here I'm fine. I'm actually fine. I'm using way too small squads right now. So I'm switching back to auto. Okay, so reinforce souls and so the way avoid souls works, it will be actually very extremely simple. The whole point, I already have the target variable that marks the places I really want to avoid, so I'll just mark them I'll mark the target is already true, so I'm just iterating over all of the avoid cells and marking them as already targeted, so they will be never chosen. I will think about something else for the rainfall cells. And so let's quickly add avoid cells. Okay. Toggle. Okay, I think I know what the toggle element was. Yeah. So I actually used a similar way of toggling some points. And so for example, for avoiding, I use A, and you will see in a moment how does it work. Avoid cells, yeah, that should work. And for reinforcement, I will use R. Now I have to draw those, so how to do that? For avoiding, I could mark a huge, well, red X probably would work. Probably I have something like that already somewhere here, or not, where I thought I had. Okay, it should be here. Somewhere. Fortify, cover, scout, ignore. Yeah, that's... Okay, let's try doing this. Black. Actually, well, using black is a very bad idea because black is unknown. So I cannot use green, I cannot use yellow. I'll use brown, assuming it's actually brown, and we'll see if it even works. And let's... Okay, okay, I just died again, and what's happening here? I'm in third. It's not going too well, it's not going too bad. Pretty average. Okay, okay. It's hard to tell what I should do in this situation. I'm spreading out like crazy. For some strange reason, I'm always, when I'm dying, I always spawn in a similar place, which sucks. Like, it really sucks. Because usually I died in the first place because I was next to a very powerful player. And yeah. Oh, I actually claimed the place. So I'm gaining some mediocre points, which maybe will push me a little bit higher. Most probably not. Like, why the hell he's not attacking me? I don't get it. Well, I'm happy that he isn't, but I don't get it. Okay, so I actually wanted to try if it works, and again, I suck at this map, so I will use it, and I will actually refresh standings because I should fall a lot. Yeah, I'm so far first. Actually, getting third places is really good, and my last few games are incredible. This is actually incredible performance. Like, it's way above the average. So I'm doing surprisingly well, probably thanks to the kind of lucky maps I'm getting. Anyway, let's check if it compiled. We can. What's the status? I probably can safely. Well, I'm getting 4 points. So I would get 1,600. It's pretty bad. It's actually, and I'm getting only 2. Okay, never mind. Let's kill this. And let's see how does it work. So when I'm okay, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work, but it incorrectly computes the position. And the brown is pretty much invisible on the dark, so I have to change the color. Okay, I have to check why it happens. This one is fine, so okay, I know why. Yeah, that's now it should be fine. And I have to change the color. I mean, I should use something rather bright. Or I'll just use dark red. Maybe it will be fine. Okay. And here I'm actually getting decent situation. 9 cottages. Well, that kind of unlucky number because I'm losing more. And yeah, but I cannot do much more. Okay, so okay, compiled. Okay, let's kill it. I will also use yeah, okay, so now I can mark some places with the X's, and my AI will try to avoid those places. Okay. Okay, let's attack them. I cannot move out, that sucks. Or maybe another bug. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing fine here, or I was a few moments ago, because I lost several trees, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe and 5. I had all of them, and I'm doing terrible on the left side. Okay, I'll just stretch a bit. with less energy than ever. Okay, doesn't look very good over here. This is 288. It would be great if I had an option just to... Okay, I'll reclaim it. Just to have an option to move out specific army. But it would take a lot of time to implement, or, well, at least. Okay, let's do one more thing. Okay, so I have avoiding. I don't have reinforcing yet. I avoid specific areas and and you see, again, I was spawned in the exactly the same place. It sucks. Okay, yeah, that really sucks. Yeah, and okay, so I lost a lot of points here, like really a lot. But you see, it happens. Like they had such a good run, and suddenly they placed 25. Yeah, like you see, like new round, and suddenly they were 6 points behind them, and suddenly they are 6 points ahead of them. So yeah, probably because of that, they lead extended back to the 30 points margin. And Lim City. So they are pretty much only gaining lead on Vitalina, second, over the Charles University Legion. And I'm found does really well on the Pac-Man, like really well. First, second. Okay, there are. Well, I'm. Okay, there. Second and. Yeah. Okay. Okay. sorry for the pause. Okay, another. I cannot do anything here. I'm actually. It looks like I have a decent starting position somehow. Okay, and I wonder. It's a very strange tactic, but so this is the moment when I really want to avoid that. I mean, what they did, they don't lose, at least as far as I can tell, they don't lose anyone here. So they just moved their whole 10,000 starting knights, and they just moved into one specific point. So I guess they are getting I don't know, 6-7 points per turn. At the same time, I got more than 20 per turn, so it's not very good strategy. But it minimizes the risk, so it makes sense. I still don't know how my this stuff works now. Okay, I'll try to correct this. No, not that file. Yeah, probably it should be just by minus. Well, I'll add one. And I'm back and you've moved. Oh, you mean the camera? Yeah, well, they told me to move the camera, so they will be able to make fun of me, so that's probably, it's much easier now for you to tell how much tired I am. And I actually moved a bit in the ranking, and now down again. No, we are just very close. So it's clear that there's a very strong top 3 now in the one server, and the other one, like 5 minutes ago they had 20 points lead, now they have only 11. Okay. And general ranking fluctuates a bit. Still top 5 is very strong, but I don't know what okay, I know a few of those. Okay. I default few positions. Yeah, that's one more change. Okay. Okay, I can no longer add more changes, so nope, not going to happen. Okay, so let's say that this works somehow. I want to have an ability to reinforce trees. It's hard because it's hard. Well, actually, I want just to have an ability to reinforce something. So the goal is but I need to well, I need a place to take it from and then to reinforce it. It's not clear how to do that. Okay. I'm not doing that bad here. I'm still avoiding this place. I'm trying to maintain some control here. Not sure why it's not being attacked. Yeah, I'll just jump and suddenly say, can you not reinforce trees by simply stationary? Yes, but the problem is, so it sounds kind of simple, but the problem is that I have to take somewhere I have to take the squats from some specific point, and so I could probably do it quite easily in the long run, but it's hard to do when I want to reinforce it very fast. And I would like to be able to reinforce them very fast. In reality, I'm just being very lazy, and I'm thinking I do way too much talking, but I'm looking for a very lazy way to do that. And okay, do I run out of comments? Not even close. Okay. It looks like it died for some reason, and it's like 30 rounds later. I don't know what happened. Wait. Okay, it looks like a bug from the server. That there's no way that it just happened randomly, and logs doesn't show anything. So I'm just fighting several ways out. I should be able to reclaim second position. Crap. Okay, I'll grab some more coke. Maybe this will help me. Meanwhile, you can just look at the. Can I show it? No, it's impossible to show it at the same. Okay. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, so it took me a little bit longer. Really? Is it better? Yeah, wow. Okay, so apparently I'm the weakest link in my algorithm. So it took me a little bit longer because I tried to exit the room through the glass, and you can, I guess, imagine the rest. Okay. Okay, that's risky, but I guess we can start rushing. Let's do this. And Kappa. I'm actually approaching the top 20. Oh, I'm 19. Wow. That's pretty good result. Oh, and Charles University Legion almost caught up with the past glory, so they are very close. Yeah, so I was getting 30, now I'm getting 70 per turn. Maybe I will get to the first one. I have some chances still. Hard to say. Well, I lost a lot of the army. What do you mean by owner engine? DM Quake Live? Yeah, I got the first place. Somehow. Let's change the... Maybe it will help a bit. We'll see. Hard to tell. Yes, it does a little bit. Okay. Yeah, and the past glory fault a lot. Okay. So this should be on the finish. Okay, no point in changing this now. Okay. Again, I completely forgot what I was supposed to do, so... Sorry guys for a very slow stream. Mostly it's just watching some random stuff going on. Actually, one of the best decisions I made here was using that avoiding okay, I'll get back into it. What's the difference between first and second server? So, first of all, yes, we are playing on different servers. The obvious differences is that the turn on the first server takes 1 second, on the other one takes 5 seconds, and you can see here that each game on the first server takes 1080 turns, and on the second one it takes 648. So that's one thing. As I believe that they actually have a slightly different algorithm for map generation, or maybe I'm just lucky. In general, they want to have a bigger number of servers because, well, first of all, it reduces the randomness because we have more tests, and the other thing is for people they play manually, like me sometimes. It's harder to do because there's more stuff happening, and so with more servers, there's a bigger weight on playing using AI. Wow, they have very impressive score, like really impressive. Okay. Okay, so another map, and very small one. Okay, quick fix. And get back to the default one. Okay, so you see this guy, he does exactly the thing I did before. He doesn't use BFS, he will just randomly, well, move until he dies, pretty much. So, it looks pretty decent for now. At least... Okay, so if... Well... But my AI does strange things, or probably my visualization messes up stuff, because I don't exactly know what's happening here. Why it's moving first and yeah, but it's so far so good. I don't know why they are using... Okay. Maybe that's fine. The funny part is that I can safely ignore him. I will never run into him, so that's fine. Will you at the end of the project get to see other teams' algorithms and see where it could be improved? So there's no easy answer to that. Sometimes people, like usually I did, out of those contests, I usually did a write-up. If you know Code Forces, I could give you some links, but the problem is that, well, usually at those contests, there are no movies available. So as far as I can tell, this is the very first time that you can see the whole stream. At least, well, you only see one problem, but still it's something. So usually it's very hard to compare because no one records the video. And so you can only talk about it, and it doesn't really give too much information. Because, well, sometimes, well, it's rather quite often, it's very hard to tell on paper what algorithm was better than the other one. It's sometimes very hard to tell why someone won, why someone was better than the other person. So we usually try to exchange the ideas so that everyone will get better. At least some people try to. In general, the whole competitive community is quite friendly. So actually, I don't know if you, well, I don't know how much do you know about competitive programming. but people generally help each other. And everyone tries to get better and gets better. Also, I'm winning. Somehow. Okay. Font change. So I can... Yeah, they are leading here. What would happen if I'm no longer first? No, I'm actually building up a nice lead here. Although someone just attacked me. Okay, so I have a pretty funny problem. I will fix it fast. I tried to attack this cell, but unfortunately, I move over the trees, and I have very well, I have this logic that if I'm standing on a tree, I will never leave it, and I wouldn't say it's a very good logic, but that's what my AI does. Okay, so I'm still going nice. What's happening here? Okay, so in theory, if I would manage to hold with this score, I would jump to the 4th place. I won't, but I probably won't. Well, I cannot say anything for sure. Although I'm doing very good so far. At least it seems like I'm doing very good so far. Having those 5 gives me a lot of points. Wait, changes so fast. It's very hard to tell what's actually happening. Okay. Okay, so it's very hard to say what I could do better now here. I'm trying to hold position essentially. So, okay, I'm losing this one, like pretty drastically, and then I should reclaim it. Okay, and then I'm doing much worse than before. Okay. How feasible would it be to use the repetitive nature of the map generation to your advantage by working out where to move units? Actually, that's I think that's a very advanced idea, but there is a chance of using it. But again, probably the best way to use it is to use it manually. For example, because the map generation is, well, repetitive, you know where the other players start, but you also know that where different players didn't start. So what I mean by this, it's quite possible that the map contains a single cottage at the start, where in the initial points of the maps, but it can contain bigger clusters where there are no players initially. So by knowing the structure of the map, you will know there are lots of easy clusters of cottages. So you could exploit that. Probably the best way to do that would be to do some massive scouting, but the problem is that scouting is very costly, Okay, I'm starting to losing here. Scouting gets very costly as soon. Is it going to work? Probably not. Okay, yeah, I lost a lot, so I won't hold the first place. Scouting costs more when you don't have where you have many cottages. So again, everything seems quite balanced, and it's very hard to have a hard counter or have any hard exploit. In general, just exploiting this game is very hard. Everything seems quite balanced, and yeah, I'm doing pretty bad right now, but I'm kind of in defensive spot where I'm attacked from different sides, and at this point I cannot do anything, so I'll just happily die. This should either increase the amount of points I'm getting or increase the time I'm suiciding. Like now I'm getting 8 or 9 points per turn. And suddenly 2. Not good. Or sorry, 8. Still I'm... Yeah, so everyone is catching up pretty fast, so I can only die now. Unfortunately, I didn't implement suicide. And... Well, the whole point of the stream was to be... Sorry, my English is failing me really hard right now. And it will stay that way for the rest of the stream. The whole point of the stream is that I'm trying that for it to have some educational values, and I actually didn't try to perform very well, which for some people may be a total I don't know, surprise, I guess. Okay, no. How are you holding up, managing energy? Also, have you made progress compared to the other teams? Well, yeah, I'll show you. So, I'm in the second place on the second server, and I'm probably... Oh, I'm still in the... Well, I will drop a little bit, but I'm catching up somehow. And I haven't made any big changes. That's the funny part. I finally added the BFS. Well, they say that my AI plays best when I'm just walking away. So far, it always happens. What technique from machine learning are you using here? None. There's no point in using machine learning. There's absolutely no point, and it would be very hard in such problem to use machine learning. In order to use machine learning, you need data. There's no way gathering enough data to use any machine learning algorithm here. Okay. Why do you think the second server is going much better for? I have no idea. Randomness is a big factor, and since there are much fewer games, so the randomness factor is much bigger. Yeah, like how do you want to? The problem is that you are not able to understand what decision was good and what decision was bad. Yeah, well, maybe after 200 hours, maybe that's a big maybe. That you just don't have enough data to do anything smart here. I don't know. Do you know if anyone knows, Milchek should know. Milchek is for people that don't know, he created this problem. So at least most parts of it. So do you know if the generation algorithm for the maps is different for the second is it different for different servers? Yeah, I agree too. The maps for the second server seems more balanced. That's what I'm... Okay, so he doesn't. I thought you did. At least other people said that you did. Okay, I guess no one knows what's happening. By the way, I have... responsible for balancing and adjusting things. Okay. I noticed one very strange thing. When I'm dying, I'm pretty much always respawning in the same place. It's not random. I'm always respawning in the same place. So actually, after I will die once, I'm know that I am finished. XTC bot. Okay. Well, I'm after 15 hours of talking and looking at the visualizer at some coding. You can see the basics of what's happening in the there's the link to the Dropbox in the description somewhere below, and there's a link to the problem statement. The problem I'm solving, and essentially I'm solving a rather simple turn-based game, which is played with 30 players simultaneously. So I already wrote some both AI and visualizer, and it's kind of bugged between the rounds, so that's why it looks very strange. Okay, so I'm very much split between talking and coding. So let me know if you... Okay, so I'll answer you, Galvabart, in a moment. I'm just holding my head, thinking about adding... Oh, I'll hold in a 5th place. That's nice. So again, I have this strange situation where I probably should not attack anyone. Every time when starting with 30k of knights, I think about just holding one different point and waiting for other people to die. Well, not die, but just kill themselves, kill each other. Well, I look like that quite often. And come on, I'm saying it very often, but I slept this night. I slept between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So I had 3 hours of sleep, and then I'm sitting here doing the live stream, which I don't do much coding. Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to my mind pretty much when looking at the second map. I honestly, I have no idea what the correct strategy is. I'm usually relying somewhat on luck. Right now I'm spreading my units a lot. Also, some of them don't move. That's quite strange. Or maybe they do. So right now I'm just spreading the units probably way too much in the hopes that there won't be any one huge army that will be killed instantly. And yeah, this has over half of my units. And this one has 2.5. Yeah, that's no idea what to do here. Like, I'm completely clueless. It's risky because some players move their whole army. So I probably could. Well, it would be much better to hold a tree than a cottage. The 5 knights per turn is pointless, and I would get decent score. Maybe not decent, but actually a little bit more. The only problem is that I would have to actively avoid any other enemies, and it's not that hard to implement. But as you see, I'm very relaxed about doing anything right now, pretty much. But yeah, well, there are several options, and probably many of them are better than what I'm doing currently. Okay, so I hold it up on the 4th place. Not bad. And I'm getting slaughtered. Well, they are getting too, so... Okay, the first map restarted. And 10,000 at the start. At least the map is big. So... when the map is big, I will get lots of reinforcements. And the starting size of the army won't matter that much. Okay, that's a huge army going in my way. Is it possible you are doing better? Because yes, so meta game in those games is very, very important. And yeah, it can actually it happens a lot that some people are changing their strategy and mine is actually better towards them. It's all about the meta game, but the problem is especially with the very limited vision like we have here. It's very hard to tell what other people are doing. Okay, GD Craze, if I got it right. Okay, yeah, thank you, Marheva, for doing that. I'll get back to the question I had earlier about the gaming industry. So, first of all, I'm not in the middle of the gaming industry. What I did is I have my own small independent game development studio. I hired programmer, I hired 2D artist. I have small funding because it was easier to get the funding based on my achievements in the AI, machine learning, and other areas. It actually helps. Plus having contacts. Haha. Anyway, going back to on the track. So, if you had to express as concise as possible, what are my skills? My skills revolve mostly around problem solving. So, no matter what the problem is, I was always trying to be able to solve it. So that's why I specialize in many different areas of AI, like optimization problem, classical algorithms, machine learning. I even do low-level optimization. I can program in assembler. I did some stuff with GPU. I can write a lot of SSE code from my memory. I did a lot, so lots of different random things. Except I'm not software engineer, so that's actually pretty important. Okay, so what do I enjoy about it? I enjoy about creating something artistic. The whole point why I am doing this is that I would try to create something interesting. Okay, I'm getting absolutely slaughtered here. Like, really, it's really bad situation. I'm doing kind of okay here. I'm not getting too many points because there are almost none. It seems that I have 3 different trees. There's one here. I just lost one here. I should be able to get it pretty soon, and I don't see the first one. Anyway, yeah, so the whole point why I'm in the gaming is because I wanted to create games. That's why I created my own company. I haven't released anything yet. So don't ask me. The only thing I could do is to give you some links to the game jam stuff that I did, and if you ever saw the quality of the game jam productions, like what can you do in 48 hours, especially when you're alone, which happens when you compete in Ludum Dare, which is quite popular contest. Well, not contest, game jam. So maybe later. I think I have one of the prototypes I worked on my laptop, so maybe I could show it at the end of the contest, where I'm pretty sure I won't be doing anything. But before I get to that, I actually should fix my pretty bad situation over here. So again, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Each time there's this level with the huge starting amount of knights, I'm getting wrecked, pretty much. I don't remember even one instance where I was able to get decent amount of points. Here we'll see. I mean, I'm still getting a lot of knights each turn, so the strategy here will be to flood everyone. Also, I forgot. I'm always forgetting about this, so I'm just running out of commands to do that, and it should be more automatic. So that's the reason why I'm really somewhere behind. Actually, I noticed that in most maps that there are, which are so big, I'm performing very, very well. And I believe first server had 10,000 knights, but it didn't really matter because there are so many cottages that I already got to the 100,000s. And at the same time, the second server had so few cottages with 30k that... Okay, so I actually have one idea, which is easy to implement. I will just move all of the armies to one spot. And I will, since in every time I completely fail in those maps, I will try the thing that I talked about before. I will just move all of the initial knights to one cell, and maybe I could add avoiding of huge armies, and that's interesting idea. Okay, so how am I doing here? Not very well. Oh, okay, I know what's wrong. Okay. I don't remember if that solves. So again, I have way too many squads, so it would be nice if I could sacrifice some squads. squads, whatever. So the problem here is that I control 98 cottages and I cannot move out. I cannot, like now I would really like to move 50k over that point, and it would give me lots of points. The alternative, alternative way of dealing with it is to wait a little bit more turns, like I don't know, let's wait for 150 more turns, and then we will just rush everyone. Because right now we are just gathering the army. People are probably fighting over each other, or maybe they are gathering army too. So we will see in the moment if it's going to work out. I'm not really concerned about the score. I'm concerned a little bit. Okay, let's see the global. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, to do team name. That's fine. Okay. Oh, so we have a new leader. Like finally, after 15 hours, Charles University Legion. The team, I said that it's actually, I felt they are favorite to win this competition. They are leading only by 2 points, so it doesn't really matter, but at least something changed with the lead. I'm found took a huge lead in the Pac-Man, like very significant one. At the same time, they are not doing too well in the other problems. And Płatnerze w Płaszczach are still doing very well with the Vitalina. Okay, let's. Not sure if now is the okay. Yeah. Let's say now is the time. So what I do now? I put this very high, and they should move out. The whole point is to attack everyone. I have no idea what will happen, but I'm an optimist. Okay, so that's how many? I lost already like 15k, not good. But at least look how many places I climbed. So maybe I'll be able to get to the second place, but it's quite possible that I will run out of the squads. I don't know. Hard to tell. Essentially, I'm fighting everyone at the same time. So also I should add the scouting. Yeah, probably I did it too early. Like I already lost 1/3 of the people. Super pro with Java, not me. That's it. Interesting race. I mean, I'm getting 50 points, over 50 points per turn, and suddenly you can see almost the whole map. That's very unique experience. And yeah, I got to the second place, and I'm getting 60 points per turn. Yeah, so like you see, it's a valid strategy. Okay. Okay. And I already lost 60% of everyone I got. Not good. They're still holding out in some strange places. That's pretty funny. Okay. Yep. Okay, I slowed down now. Only 40 something. So probably I shouldn't do it such early. Probably I should have waited at least 100 turns more. I won't be able to get to the first place. I'm essentially losing all of the guys I had. Yeah, I agree. But I always I had this problem that I was doing it too late, so I decided to do it this time very early instead of going by the small steps. I tried to do a very big one in order to gain more data. And at the same time I'm completely crashed on the other server. Yeah, like it's very bad. At least and that you can notice that it's actually very bad for all three of us. So we are not handling well this type of servers. Yeah, but I may be able to get him. That would be great and very unexpected. So it's actually a very valid strategy on those huge maps with huge number of cottages. Just wait out, build a huge army, and then rush out. So I passed him somehow, but I'm not sure if I'm going to hold out. He lost lots of trees, that's clear, but maybe he will be able to catch up. I'm not... Okay, I'm gaining twice as many points as... Well, I think I would call this a success. Yeah, so you see, I'm doing an AI, but at the same time, I just made a single decision very early that was somewhat risky, but that whole single decision made the change to the whole game, the whole round, not whole game. And so you can see why I opted for doing manual control. I would never be able to figure out if it's a good decision algorithmically. It's pretty much impossible. You could give me 1 month and I would have huge trouble doing that. That's very hard especially since there are so many scenarios, and unless I will encounter one, or probably I will have to encounter it several times just to gather enough data, I won't be able to tell if that was a good decision or bad one, or even close to being good or bad. Now it seems kind of obvious. I actually have 1,500 lead over the guy who was leading before. So that's all I can tell. The other part is that by doing such a huge rush, and I actually covered 2/3 of the whole map, I probably killed a lot of guys by doing that. And well, so I hampered down I just reduced the amount of points he was gaining, so it had a twofold result. Okay, so it seems pretty clear that actually waiting with huge forces is a good idea. So I should really do this when starting with 30k. We can actually do a quick math. So realistically, I'm able to hold 5 cottages. Each cottage gives 5 people, so it's 25 by 600 turns. It's 15k. So I'm starting with 30k of knights, and I'm optimistically able to gather only half of it throughout the whole game. It's pretty clear that I should just hold position in some random place and not fight with anyone. Probably I can try to hold one of the points, and if someone tries to attack me with huge army because they're suicidal, they don't check how big the force is, I'll just run away. And it's actually worth implementing. I really think that's a good idea, and this can change a lot, really a lot. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that, and yeah, that's some good result. And I'm actually, yeah, that it hurts a płatnerze w płaszczach a bit. So because of me, they are in the first place, pretty much right now. Okay. Okay, so at least I learned something today, like in South Park. Oh, okay, it's 2 a.m. I guess everyone went to sleep, almost everyone. Well, we still somehow have 54 people. I still find it amazing that. So, well, especially few of you seem to be here like almost for the entire stream. I actually feel flattered that you wanted to see so much of the stream, even though I'm performing, well, stream-wise I'm performing really bad, and I'm very sorry for what happened at the start of the stream. Nothing worked, but at least we could only go uphill from that point on. Okay, we have another map, and I talked too much, and I just died. What a wonderful map. Okay, so I respawned, and if I'm going to respawn in the same place here, exactly here, I will report it to the admins. I'm so tired in respawning at the same place in every freaking map. Well, in the same place on the same map, but it's really stupid. Thank you, Xzibit. No idea how to pronounce your nickname. Yeah, so you see, I spawned exactly in the same place, like exactly in the same place. I'll check the problem statement. I mean, I already reported one bug. I can do another one. Why not? Actually, that would be good of me because I'm participating unofficially, so reporting bugs is good for the whole competition. Yeah, that's true. I could use it, but I'm that guy who likes. Well, I don't find it fair because it's opposite with the instruction. I'll just search for it. Yeah, but I'm not an native English, so for me it would be Gzechbit, but Xechbit. Yeah, I really shouldn't pronounce the others people nicknames. Okay, I'll just quickly check. Where was it? Okay, so I'm just not right. So the problem statement says that if a team loses all of their knights after a few turns, they are granted a new squad on some. So they didn't say it's random each time. They just wrote some cell, which, well, if it's always the same, actually it's still within the problem statement. Okay, so I have two problems where I'm constantly dying. Dutch guy over here. Yeah, well, my English is definitely better than my Dutch. I don't even know one word in Dutch. I only know that you have a lot of H's and some that kind of stuff. Sorry. It's 2 a.m. Okay, so I'm gaining 2 points per turn. Horrible. Probably I had some very bad luck over here and I couldn't do anything much better. Yeah, since I'm always starting at the same place where a very strong player is, I cannot do anything. Maybe I could run away. But let's... Okay, okay, I have more Coke, that's fine. You had yeah, I have suicide mode, but I never implemented it. It's just in my code. It's just a simple constant. Oh, well, and I died. Yeah, I guess the Twitch delay is huge. Maybe it's a good idea here. I don't know. Hard to say. What's happening here? Okay, I just died. That's what happened. Where's my... Okay, that's strange. Okay, that's my cottage. So there's no point in being here. Yeah, I'm losing 1 point. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so honestly, I don't have any good idea what I should do in such situation. Running away after spawning is probably the best idea. So, okay. So actually the same kind of mechanic, gathering all of the forces in one place and moving to a specific cell is probably, it could solve both cases. So another incentive to just write that, and yeah, I should really start implementing something. I haven't done anything in the last, I don't know, hour and a half. I'm just happily looking at the results. Like, they shouldn't happen, and they are happening for some reason. Yeah, Charles, University Legion are getting more points, a little bit bigger lead. So they caught up a bit in Vitalina, it seems. Yeah. Actually, I haven't noticed, and they suddenly are, or maybe they were. no, they improved a lot. Okay. So I have 500 more turns here. And well, yeah, so I have below 10 minutes. Okay. So let's call that all in, because, well, that's what it is. All in target, and that's bad because I already used an A. That's the thoughts I have in mind right now. Okay, let's why did I use an array? That's actually pretty for avoid. Yeah. So for avoiding will be X. Problem solved. And A will be all in. It's not toggle. It's all in target. Yeah, and I'm finally coding something, and at the same time I will have to remove that functionality. So let's make it the next letter, even though it doesn't make too much sense. So if it's outside of the board, that will mean I'm not using it. I'm not using that functionality. So essentially it works like a different mode, but I need some additional information. I also need to clear game state. So X all in target. Make it clear. Okay, so okay. So let's make an easy version right now, as fast as I can. No, I'm not getting any serious points. Nowhere. Maybe I'll have enough time to. Okay, so I'm still doing the exploring stuff, but I'm not doing the normal movement. Or I could do. Oh, actually, it's going to be much easier. I will do exact movement because I want to use my existing functionality. So the only problem I see is that wait, I need one more thing with the BFS. Yeah, if I wasn't able to get to the target because it was inaccessible, I'm going to return random direction. Without this, I could move. I could hang up the whole solution. So -1 was used as a placeholder if something wasn't visited. So returning random solution works. It's not the best one, but it's still at least it won't hang up. Okay, anything changed? I'm still dead, and there's no point in holding that thing. Like, go suicide, be a man. I'm actually going to conquer this because I have more men, apparently. Okay, let's get back to the work. So right now, when my all-in target is set, instead of searching for the target, okay, yeah, that's the, or maybe let me think. Okay, because I want to skip all of that, like, and get to the, get here. I don't want to make it more ugly than it already is, so that's why I'm taking so much time. Okay, let's Notepad++. What's that? Woodface? Yes, I'm using Notepad++. That's pretty common lightweight editor. So, uh, mm. Well, the whole point. Well, this subject is brought up like every hour. I'm I'm just fine with lightweight editor. Yeah, Vim would be fine too, but unfortunately, Vim has a very big learning curve, and I never got through that. So I'm stick to the Windows-like editors. Uh, yeah, there are lots of good lightweight editors. Normally I use Visual Studio for heavier stuff. I'm very pleased with Visual Studio, so I'm I'm using Node++ because that's my choice, and that's all. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying Notepad++ is fine for what I'm doing here. Yeah, yeah. There's no Notepad++ for Linux. That's a bummer. It's not that it's so good, but when you are getting used to one simple editor and sudden, my favorite shortcut in Notepad++ and the very simple shortcut is Control D, and I'm able to duplicate anything I want without changing the clipboard. So it's considering the style of coding I'm doing here, like prototyping with very ugly coding style, it's actually a very useful shortcut. And I'm very surprised that not every editor have it. Yeah, Vim is great, but it's so much pain to learn that. Okay, let's see if anything changed. Okay, I'm getting worse and worse. Okay, let's get back to the work. But when you have the time, you have to try it. Yeah, like probably in the not in this year. Throughout the next 2 months, I'm pretty much doing escape rooms non-stop. I already have place. I have a place in Warsaw where I'm doing it. I already have the projects of the story of lots of the ideas for the puzzles, and I'm well. Yeah, so not too much time. Instead of running just Vim, try Vim Tutor. Yeah, I tried Vim Tutor, but again, it's it's Vim. Okay. Okay. Again, because of so much talking. What do you mean by escape rooms? So there is something called real life escape room, and in the beginning there were very simple flash games, kind of similar to point and click adventures, and they moved to the real world, which is rather unique way to travel around those medias. Usually it's the other way around. But so the escape rooms are kind of they are somewhat similar to point and click games, but when done in real life, you actually perform that in person. So you're locked in one room, normally for an hour. You have to solve several puzzles there just to get out. Usually you are locked with other people. In Europe, most teams have between 2 and 6 people. So you pay money so that people will lock you with other, probably your friends, but it's not necessarily. And it's really great fun. It's a great team building experience. It's great because it feels like playing a game. At the same time, you do stuff with your hands. You don't have to click. You don't have to move your gamepad around. No, that's the whole point of the chat, whole point of the live stream. My goal was not to be the first one. Honestly, I'm pretty confident about my skills. I could show you the long list of the stuff that I have done. And okay, so what I will do here is I will change the first mode, and I haven't used it in a while. And I'll try to essentially avoid what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that was the goal. Not doing it too well. Oh crap. Honestly, I have no idea how to fix it. Ah, crap. Okay, I'm performing really bad right now. Okay, I'll try this. This should work. So hopefully they won't be stuck. The goal is to find more cottages, more stuff, more green stuff. Visualization. I know it's back, but I don't want to dig into it. Why it's happening. Yeah, I noticed that sometimes, it moves. Okay, let's revert to the outer. Okay, so we found one enemy. Yeah, the visualization. Okay, I'll try to fix it. No idea why it happened, but I'll be the man. Also, I'm not sure if it's going to compile now with all of the unfinished changes, but okay. So there could be several reasons why it's backed out. There's a chance that it doesn't draw, which I am rolling out. Most probably. Okay, where's the... Got all describe squads. Okay, so I'm clearing it here. And this should actually work. So no idea why it isn't. Okay, so I have 5 cottages, which is nice, but I'm not gaining any points on purpose. I'm just trying to maximize the amount of cottages I can get, but yeah, this stuff is really not very fun. Okay. Apparently I was killed by something. Or maybe... Okay, I'm an idiot again. What I didn't change is that I'm using a very small squad size, so my units were dying before they arrived at the destination. So I'm lowering my amount of points on purpose. I'm just trying to get to the cottages. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I somehow, what the hell is happening here? I don't know. I just don't know what's happening here. Okay, I'm confused. I guess that's pretty clear. Let's see the scores, because why not? Okay, that doesn't look too good. But okay, it doesn't matter anyway. So I have 5 cottages. Okay, that one was. I actually should be able to retake it. Okay, I have 6 cottages now. It's pretty much a farming simulator here. Alternatively, I could do the spreading around, like, okay, it's clearly what's happening right now. Okay, I'll give it a few more turns. I will just switch to the balanced now. Oh, okay, that I have to make it auto. Okay. I should gather some points now, not too much, but at least a little. And gradually it should be more and more. Not sure if that's. Probably I should switch to expanding with using very small force. Like without. How much point do I get? Like 20? Way less than I could. Okay, there's no point in continuing that. I'm switching modes. Again. Oh crap, that's... Okay, now it's... Yeah, I'm getting 80 per turn now, 90 per turn. That's getting pretty decent, I would say. Again, I have to reduce the amount of... and what happened here? It's almost finished. Okay, I'm getting 110 per turn, not bad. Okay. And I'm still very tired. Yeah, but probably I did this too late. Okay, crap. So it seems I'm just running out of squats. You see, I control 100 trees. So okay, it just struck me. The whole problem was that you cannot get the whole map because you are actually only allowed to control 100 different trees. Okay, I can maybe fix it this way. I'm not sure if it's going to help. Yeah, I have 99 trees. I cannot do anything else right now. And probably no one will attack me. Wow, the guy is getting 180. So probably the best thing you can get is to get 2. The problem is that some squads are very small and they get only 1 point per yeah. Yeah, that's quite probable that there are more trees than actually it's possible to build the squads, even if every player would have 100 squads. So the guy had a very good strategy. They built enough forces to get enough. They gather 2 points for each of the 3 they have. So that's why they get 170, 180. They will win for sure. I'm getting only 120, and the current winner is 80, so I have 40 lead with 400 turns. I should be able to pass him, so I should be able to place second, unless something drastic will change. So, and guess who? So they will win. I should be second, and Past Glory should be third. That's my guess for this round. So yeah, they are doing really fine, and they know what they are doing. That's not a simple strategy. Okay, what happened here? Oh, it should be restarting soon, and I'm still okay. We are waiting for this one. Yeah, they're already past the leaders. I'm still getting 120. Oh, I have 100, exactly 100 trees right now. And there's something severely wrong with my Viz stuff. Like, really wrong. I wonder if one of the reasons is that I actually introduced some out of, well, I'm exceeding some some maybe out of bounds, right? That's not good because I didn't have that before. At least not blinking. I didn't have blinking units. That's not really good. Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm catching up. Okay. Maybe I'll finally do the all-in part. It's probably the most important strategy I should add right now. Normally, I probably won't add anything during the last 2 hours. Maybe I could do some interviews with competitors. I guess it would be, well, it would be great to get some people that actually worked on that problem, on the exact problem that I was working on, and I could talk with them. During the last hour or hour and a half, almost no one introduces any changes. It's just too risky. It's probably better to leave it as it is, because if you're going to introduce a change and if it's going to crash, you will lose way more points that you will actually gain just from the potential improvement. So I hope we could get some interviews. We will see about that. And well, it's quite probable that people will be sleeping already. I mean, not everyone is doing it in the same way as I'm doing it. Okay, it's still haven't run. Yeah, that the pause between the rounds is so big. Okay, yeah, I'm in the second place, like told. The first guy fell to 120, but they would have to get to the 0 in order for me to have any chances to catch up. That it's just impossible. I could have done it earlier. I made a huge mistake at the beginning, so now I know. Okay, all in part. Because I will never finish it. Like, the tempo of me implementing anything is it's pretty much halted. Although, to be honest, that's the tempo I maintained probably from the start. And I'm usually known as being a very fast coder. You wouldn't believe. Okay, so let's see at the general leaderboard, because why not? Okay, so Charles University Legion leads with 8 points, and they gradually extend their lead. AIM Funds, I guess they stopped extending their lead on the Pac-Man problem. Actually, the Pac-Man problem had great visualization. I feel so bad that I cannot show you that, guys. I have no idea how. Well, they would have to transfer it through the LAN or show it somewhere else. Yeah, that would be good. The problem is that you don't know the enemies. The enemies. The goal for you is to, if you are going to kill everyone, you want to kill specific players, not everyone. Okay, quick change. It looks like a good map. I will reduce the squad size in order to get a faster scouting. And I will ignore the trees for now. So what I wanted to say is that it may be a good idea, but the main problem is that I'm not sure if it's worth it. Pretty much that's it. Okay, yeah. So they slowed down, but it's just not enough. The guys with the biggest amount of points have most trees. Not sure what you're saying. At least I'm sorry. I'm at this point I have it's hard for me to understand even the simplest things. So the guys with the biggest amount of points have most trees. Well, if you're talking about this map, the first one, well, everyone has 100 trees. I mean, okay, not everyone, but obviously the people that are performing well. Okay, so this one is. Yeah, so let's see the scores. I'm still, but I cut up a bit. And I don't have any points here. Okay, so there aren't too many cottages, so that's not good. I will reduce. Now I have 4 cottages, so I will reduce the squad size. If you go and kill random other guys. Oh, yeah, okay. Now it makes sense for me. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah, on the other hand, they are probably clustered, so I really have to get into them. Even all of my trees are they are on small area, so It may be a good idea. It's hard for me to tell, but then again, it's this problem where I don't know if it's going to help me, and I would need more time to implement. But yeah, it might be a very good idea. It's hard. It's just hard for me to tell. And at this point, I'm clearly avoiding any kind of work. Like the talking is fine. Actually, the another interesting thing you can do, what I'm doing, is that I'm looking through the scores, and by this I can probably am able to estimate how many trees there are based on the scores for other people. Okay. Okay. So I have 6 cottages, and I think this. I fully agree. Okay, and that's very brutal map. Okay, let's make a. Oh, probably I was too late. Not sure what will happen now.